find yourself venturing into a world that is unfamiliar to you in every single way. All you have to your name is your wits and a broken phone that has no internet. But wait, you have the MidFall Podcast in your hands. Here you can listen to the tales of your three hosts, Luis, Josh, and Jared, as they venture through their own creative woes and whatnot. Get ready to be entertained through your wildest dreams as you conquer and face this new threatening world.
Hello everybody, welcome to episode 14 of the MidFall Podcast. I am your host, Lewy, Luis, MidFall99. I am joined by my co-host, Mr. Yosh, and J-Rod and Yosh. That was weird. Sorry. J-Rod and Yosh.
What's up?
Hello.
Alright.
Hello.
So, we're all here on this fine Tuesday morning, and I hope that everybody has enjoyed the last week's episode of, the MidFall Podcast, where we did a whole D&D campaign that is to be continued and will be continued on Mr. J-Rod's next turn. And that will be, essentially 2 weeks from now. So, yeah. Hope that everyone's enjoyed that episode. It's, it is our most entertaining episode to date, due to the hard work that Mr. J-Rod put into the editing.
Yeah.
So, hope that you guys enjoy that one right there. Great job, Mr. J-Rod, on the editing.
Thank you.
And we also got some shorts up on there, so hopefully you guys found this through the shorts. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We got an EP coming out this month. Should have an EP coming out this month. Will have an EP coming out this month. And that's just about it. Just look out for it. No name, I don't know. And I should sound a little more interesting. So look out for that video, please, or those videos. And I gotta stop being lazy and upload the last 2 EPs to Spotify, and I will.
Oh yeah.
But
I was trying to find them to post on my Instagram.
that's pretty much it.
I couldn't find it.
Yeah, they will be up there soon.
Hell yeah.
So, and appreciate your patience. Stay tuned. We got this week, my week, and there's nothing here for today, unfortunately. But how has summer been for you guys? Because honestly, I just felt it maybe about last week, start, or about 2 weeks ago, I'd say. And for me, I guess, like I said, I like working more in the summer because days are longer. I feel like I can squeeze more into my day and still have time for chilling, relaxing, and stuff that I want to do. How's your guys' summer been? I started just hanging out with friends again this last week, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, if I'm being perfectly honest, because I'm in Brazil right now, every day feels like summer.
Yeah, I figured.
Dude,
yeah, every day of the year, I would assume.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a mini rant right now because I heard the UK has some heat waves or something happening, and I don't mean to sound insensitive, but it doesn't sound that bad. I checked the weather app. That's the easiest thing I could do to be a dickhead, but I checked the weather app and it was 78 degrees was their heat, and
oh, that is not that bad.
There was also humidity involved with it. What's up?
No, it's just no, that's not that bad. No, I was I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that bad, and I asked one of my friends who lives in London, is it really that bad? He's like, bro, it's so bad. I'm like, really? Because this is the daily, if not worse, in Orlando and Brazil and in Florida in general, and in Brazil,
oh, yeah.
A lot of South America. It doesn't sound that bad, and it's become a meme online that people make fun of the UK for this heat stuff, and I'm not too sure if it's actually real or not. Of course, people die to the heat regardless of the country they're in, so I'm not here to make fun of anyone like that, but I'm kind of here to make fun of the people that are claiming that it's the worst thing to happen since I don't know, the Oakland A's going to Vegas. It's not that bad. If I'm an outsider looking, it doesn't seem that bad because I've experienced heat and that heat doesn't sound that bad. Like when we went to New York, that was some pretty bad heat, but we handled it pretty well.
Brother,
that's what I'm thinking it sounds like,
Vegas. When we were in Vegas, in Utah, even when we went on a hike, I mean, it was already like 100 degrees. So,
yeah.
I mean, no, it's not that bad. I mean, it's an average day, but I mean, I guess I'll also just take into consideration, like, you know, if a lot of people are complaining about it, you know, it must affect them in a way. Obviously, like, you know, everything's relative, right?
Exactly.
But it's not that bad.
But yeah, it doesn't sound bad to me.
If everyone's complaining, then it might make it seem worse to the individual person. You get what I'm saying? Because everyone is saying that it sucks. So that if everyone's saying that it sucks, it makes it suck even harder. But yeah, J-Rod.
It makes it suck even harder, bro.
Hell yeah. Honestly, summer has been pretty okay with me. Like you were saying, I think it was like last Wednesday or something like that. It started hitting in like high 90s to 100. So definitely started feeling the heat then, and it was like, oh shit, we really are in summer right now. Yeah, as y'all know, I'm a winter kid. I love the winter. That's like my time to shine. And
the best
having this, yeah, dude. Honestly, having this kind of fucking heat is just like, like I enjoy more daylight. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy that, but at the same time, I'm just like, I am sweltering everywhere, dude. Like, the worst thing about me is that I tend to sweat pretty easily. So, you know, any level of like higher than average heat, I'm just like, oh, I'm drenched. Yeah. That's sick. I love it. But yeah, outside of that, you know, it's been a pretty good summer. Surprisingly, you know, outside of that one day, it's been kind of cool.
Yeah, it's been cool as fuck, honestly.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, like maybe like high 70s is like what we'll get.
Yeah.
Like on a like warmish day, and like that's like the peak. But then after that, into the night, it falls. At least over here where I live. Granted, I'm a little bit closer to the ocean than J-Rod is by a couple cities, but yeah, like it drops to like 65, 60. No, it drops to like 60 degrees.
Yeah, like we get that too over here, and it's bizarre. You know, it's pretty bizarre for summer.
At this point, I mean, yeah, it's dragged out.
Yeah, it's funny you guys mentioned these temperatures too, because you know Brazil's like, everyone hears Brazil, they're like, oh, it's a hot country, which is very true. But then it's the time of the year where I think, you know, it's kind of flipped South and North America and, you know, Southern Hemisphere, Northern Hemisphere, where when it's summer in the Northern, it's winter in the Southern. So it's pretty much winter here. And with the winter here, I'm pretty sure I'm right when I say that. I don't think I'm wrong. With the winter here...
You're right.
No, you're right.
Yeah. So with the winter, it's quote-unquote colder. And would you want to... I think you guys should guess how cold it is in the city I'm in. I'm in the city of Caruaru right now. It's spelled Caruaru. And, you know, there's a certain temperature here. And the hint I'll give you is that everyone says this temperature is the temperature that they can dress, like, in layers and dress really nice with, like, winter-ish outfits type of thing.
Honestly, I'm assuming high 70s, low 80s.
Okay. What about you, Luke?
Over there in Brazil?
Yeah.
Probably like high 70s. Let's try like mid 70s to like 65.
You guys pretty much hit it on the head. Like, it's currently 74. It's mid to high 70s on average, and then like during the night it's like 65 max, or at the lowest. So like it's very good temperature. This is temperature that you two and I like grew up enjoying. Like, this is go out and wearing shorts, going to the park in this weather. For them, it's like they wear pants and like a second layer or something like that. Like, this is cold to them. For me, it's like, this is an average day, bro.
I'll give them this, and I'll give you guys this. If it's 65, like we got 65 a couple different ways here. You either get a 65 with that ocean breeze that is brisk and hits you, and it's like, midday, and then you're like, oh, that's chilly. I need a jacket. I need a little layer. Or, you get a 65 in the spring. The sun is up. You are getting that breeze, but it's not quite as brisk. So it's like, this is refreshing, if anything. So I can kind of understand, needing to put on at least a hoodie or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, for me it's always just an excuse. Well, not an excuse. I'm kind of sensitive to the cold, but yeah.
There are some people that dress like it's a Hallmark movie here. It's crazy. They put on their winter fits, bro. I'm not even joking. This is no hate. It's just
man.
It's just
then
funny
it's
to
their
me.
excuse, right?
Exactly.
They're finally I can wear this without dying.
They wait all year. Sometimes I'd visit Brazilian family and I'd see those type of jackets, one of those shiny puffer jacket type of things. I'd see one of those jackets in their room. I'm like, what's this for? He's like, oh, for the time of the year. I'm like, bro, you're never gonna get that time of the year. What you talking about?
Yo.
And then that time of the year comes.
Unless you visit me, you're never getting that.
Yeah, it just so happens to be in the 60s, and I'm like, oh, well, I guess that's what they mean by that time of the year. So summer and winter are very different in Brazil, which is funny, because winter feels like a normal day to us.
I typically, I guess, go with the seasons, because I love both seasons, I guess. Well, I mean, the thing is I don't typically go for the summer vibes, to be honest. I'm not like, oh, let's go out. But I, obviously, within my 20s, have preferred going out with my friends and whatnot. So I was like, oh, okay, well, this is the most free time. So I've always enjoyed the summer for the kind of freedom that it carried with it. I guess I get the most inspiration from the winter time, at least to make music and art and whatnot. I get more creative, probably because you stay indoors a lot more often. But like I said, I love both of them. I obviously, who doesn't fucking love layering up and making a dope fit or something like that for the winter. I mean, I feel like it's easier to dress for the winter than it is for the summer. But yeah, I guess for me, for the summer, what I like is that it, obviously kind of sucks, and I understand how this is I guess slightly controversial, but for the summer it's kind of about just what you've been putting in the work for, in the winter, hopefully for your body, and hopefully you just made it so you look good with, or at least with the stuff with the limited stuff that you can wear.
Yeah,
because I'm I don't want to go into summer feeling a little self-conscious. At least in the spring, the motivation kind of kicks in to work out more, and then you get to kind of enjoy the fruits of your labor a little bit more.
Yeah.
And
I think the summer bod
thing, I look forward to.
The summer bod thing definitely became I don't know if it's always been a thing, but it definitely became a very well-known phrase in the last decade or so, right?
I'd say more than that, maybe 2000s.
Yeah, it's pretty
crazy.
crazy.
You know what I mean? Especially before, because I guess when you had brands like Abercrombie and what's the word?
Oh. Yeah.
Victoria's Secret and all those actually hiring based off of looks, then it's it was a lot bigger back then. But I mean, now I'm also mainly saying it as a form of the motivation's hitting for you to I guess work out or whatever the fuck. I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but basically I I also notice because this summer I'm oh dang, I'm actually more in shape than I thought, at least physically, because I've always felt skinny fat. So for once I'm oh, I'm actually kind of tapered, and I felt like my legs were a little bit stringy maybe about a month or two ago, and so just with maybe 3 days of pushing myself pretty hard, a week, I'm oh, I got these up to feeling comfortable, to where I feel I look comfortable or good.
The thought crossed your head, I could beat up some orphans in Jared's D&D campaign again. I could, do that
yeah,
again.
Exactly. I could have a more grounded base. I could have a
sweep the leg.
I could build a little more leverage.
Yeah.
Yeah, out of context is gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I need him for fucking Aquaman.
Oh yeah, that's the fight I'm not looking forward to. We gotta level up hella quick for that. But I need to say something real quick to the people listening. I already told Luis and Jared this, but for the training arc series for basketball, the video is past halfway completion. I just have to make some edits, voiceovers, take some B-roll, A-roll, and finish essentially the first half of the recording. Like the second half being the 3v3 that I played is almost done. It's just some minor edits that I need to make, and then music stuff, which luckily for us, we have 2 people to my left, or I guess my character's right, but your screen's left, the middle and the left. Yeah, that make music. So we're not too worried about that part. But I'm just trying to spruce up this video. The first video was kind of rushed in the sense of like editing it and just making sure it's good. This second video, I really want you guys to see the quality that we all want MidFall to have, and we've been actually putting in, like with Jared's recent episode of the pod, the one right before this one. We took an extra week to really hone in on it, and Jared really like popped the fuck off with it. It's actually hilarious. The way he edited it was really good. I watched like 2 clips and I loved it. So that's what I want my training arc series to feel like too.
Yeah, that's dope. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, you showed us what you had so far, and it looks dope, honestly. Especially once you keep it going and build up a little bit more story for like audience to know a little more. Like it's gonna be dope. I mean, likewise goes for all of us.
Yeah, there's actually a chance that I could play like in not like a men's league in Brazil, but it's like a pickup league that these guys have that just like play pickup, and it's in like a indoor gym.
Oh.
Yeah, and so there's a chance I can play on Monday. We were gonna do it this Monday, like yesterday, but I was in a different city, so I couldn't do it. But a friend of mine that lives in the city I've been visiting a lot lately, he's like, I'll put our names on the list and hopefully we can get a game. Yeah, but we'll be like reserves essentially. But bro, if I get in, I'm torching people.
Nice.
I'm going off.
Yeah.
I was not happy with my performance in this 3v3 you guys are gonna witness. I was not happy with it. You guys saw it. You could see like there are some shots I was missing for no fucking reason.
Damn, son.
Like the fuel.
Yeah. No, but you're not wrong. Oh, you said a 3v3. Yeah.
Yes. So this one's a 3v3. Then there's a 1v1 that's definitely gonna come out, I think. And then hopefully I can get, that league thing I told you about where it's like a bunch of Brazilians playing. We'll see. Yeah. I'm for sure going to have at least 3 or 4 games in Brazil. And one of them's going to come out soon, as you guys know. So yeah.
Sir.
Hell yeah.
Anything that you guys are looking forward to? Anything else that you guys are...
Dude.
This summer?
Dude, Superman and Fantastic Four. I'm looking forward to both.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Cool.
That shit's gonna be great.
Okay, and then if anything, I'm looking forward to making a day to maybe go to the movies with my friends and seeing either Superman or Fantastic Four. But yeah, because especially we got one person. Well, we got 2 people in town, technically.
Yeah.
But yeah. We kind of got that thing slightly more cemented, I guess. Not like cemented, but we have some more confirmations on the what's it called? The cabin trip that we're hoping to doing
the yearly cabin trip.
Yosh visits California.
Yeah.
The yearly cabin trip. So yeah, look out for that. It's gonna be exciting. Like within the content that we make there. If anybody makes it also to this part, I guess I have a question that could be, for interactive purposes. But I guess maybe also asking this to you guys as well. What could how could the live streams on my end be a little bit more improved? Is there a room that I have to go ahead? Do you guys have any suggestions in terms of stuff that I could add to it?
I like how you, regardless of who's there and who's replying to you, you're still talking to the chat, which I think people need to understand is like a big thing in live streaming. Like, you gotta just talk to the chat, even when the chat's like on a different topic and you're on one topic. But like, it's really cool because I joined one day and I didn't even say anything and you were just chatting with me as if like I was talking with you already, and you're like, I'm gonna do this, guys. Also, this is this. I like that a lot. I think it would be really cool, because the way you interact with your friends, it's not that it's different every time, it's that there's a certain quality in each friend you interact with. So if you could like rotate guests in the future, that'd be really cool. Like just having like a different person on every other week or something like that would be really dope.
I think honestly, one of my videos that I just came up with a video idea like for is, again, I appreciate that, by the way. I want to make more videos, the production side of things. And man, I actually just thought, because our friend Glenn, Jannard, has the nicest voice out of all of us. And he's like,
wait. Jared has a pretty nice voice.
Yeah, but my point still stands. I mean, Jared, Glenn has the best voice out of all of us, and so I'm not denouncing anybody, but like, he has the best voice. I mean, and for anybody outside, for context, Glenn is Filipino, so that tells you all you need to know.
Hell yeah.
So, and he did not get the dancing gene. So that means that he got the singing one.
Okay.
Hell yeah, the karaoke gene. Let's go, baby.
And he got the style. He got the fashion. But so he's good at singing, and so I'm like, oh, well, you know what? Right now, I just thought I'm gonna go ahead and make a video of making music with somebody that does not how to know music, or making a song with, someone that doesn't know how to do that stuff. And I was like, okay, go ahead and do it. You can collab on that.
Hell
and
yeah.
then, he's like, I just need mainly someone to help me write. And I'm like, okay, well, Mr. J. Rod, Jarud Leo is here. And I'm like, let's just go ahead and I'll make the, we'll document us maybe making a beat. Not maybe. I'll make the beat. Jarud will help with the lyrics. Mr. Jannard is gonna then execute.
That's dope.
Hopefully that'd be a cool video idea.
Everything.
Yeah.
Oh. Do you have any videos like that, Jared, that you think would be dope to make? Because I have one idea, but I really think that Jared probably has some ideas in his back pocket.
Similar to what Mr. Lewy was talking about. Not particularly in music.
Yeah.
But some collaborative ideas would be pretty neat to play around with in some other mediums.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that. But what were you gonna say?
Oh, it's just like, for my own idea, I was gonna say, and I've mentioned this, I sent you guys like a copy paste of the notepad thing I was doing on my phone, but I think if we can pull this off while I'm visiting there soon, I think it'd be really dope, because we have a friend of ours, Jaden, who's very into basketball, and I think it'd be cool if not just me, but like if we just get all of our friends, maybe if, let's say we somehow mustered up 12 friends, right, and we make 4 teams of 3, we just host like a mini basketball tournament with like pretty good camera angles, production quality and such, and try to get a video out about that. Because I've been watching a little bit of Barstool. I don't watch them a lot, but I got them on recommended, and they have this basketball league. It's like a 3v3 tournament thing. It's sponsored by State Farm, so when you make a 3-pointer at a certain distance on a certain spot, you get a 4th player for like a minute to help you. So it's really funny, and they lean into the comedy aspect, which I think could be really funny. But like if we had Luis and Jared commentating, for example, that'd be hilarious. Or if they even wanted to play, that'd be cool too. But just getting a bunch of our friends to just join in a basketball tournament for a day and just having fun with it. Winning team gets like a Starbucks gift card or something would be hella funny. But I think that'd be a really cool vibe to do. I think it's definitely possible. Especially if we want to host events in the future, which we do want to do, like hosting video events and such. I think we do a good first trial run,
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, honestly, like hosting anything that would just get people out and physical, whether that be like a freaking group boxing class like at the park or something like that I do, or like a freaking community like basketball game. I don't know, it would be freaking dope.
Hell yeah.
especially on the cabin trip, would be freaking dope. Because the last time that I remember going to the same area, well, not exactly the same area that we went like last time, but in the Yosemite area, there was a basketball field that we would go to. Basketball field, basketball court, duh. But yeah,
I remember that. That was cool. I think I saw it too. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, we played on it. We just played hacky sack.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh, that's right. And then we went didn't we go deeper into that forest or something?
Yeah, and then we found a homeless encampment in there.
We went deep in the woods.
Deep in the woods.
Oh, let's bring up the fact that one of our songs hit a pretty big number for us recently.
Yes, sir. It hit. It's at 5.6K. BornToVanish is at 5.6K. And thank you everybody that has let it come up next on while you're listening to music. It's at 5.7 right now actually. So yeah, I appreciate that everyone's been enjoying it, liking it, and yeah, there's more to come. And I need to go back to that sound, I guess, because that sound, I guess, is what got us picked up a little bit more. I mean, within Lost in the Hills and then BornToVanish, I guess those were good back-to-backs to kind of, engraved in that sound. So yeah, we'll probably revisit that and see where that goes.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, that song came out a while ago, and then it was picking up even after the fact that it came out, a while after it came out. No?
Yeah, a month after.
That's crazy.
It just started picking up.
That's awesome.
So yeah, no, it's freaking dope. I don't mind it at all. But yeah, especially because I don't know, a lot of the music that, to be honest, I don't know where to go anymore. I don't know where to go for this next one. I just told you guys, but I don't feel it. You know what I mean? Because at least lately, to make it, but that's fine. It always happens. I said that last time, and then this next EP has the most songs out of all the EPs that I've made. So it just comes and goes. But that's also because it's been recency bias, and the only reason I say that is because I've just been hella busy these last 2 weeks. Yeah. So it's not like I've really sat down to make music. So that's the only reason why it's I don't feel like I can, do it. But yeah.
Oh, okay. So then question. Whenever you're making these EPs, is there ever a moment, and Jared, you probably have this too, but is there ever a moment where you guys make 10 songs and you're I'm not feeling this song, so you only put out 9 and you just keep the 10th one in your reserves or throw it away?
It's the opposite. It's more I made this, 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 I made this. Yeah. For me personally, at least, I'll make, if I have 2 hours to 3, it depends on how I'm right into it, how deep I am into it. And nowadays, if I have 2 or 3 hours, I'm making at least 6 or 7 songs. And so in a session, so then from those I'll just be oh, this one's worth finishing, I like this, especially it's just the ones that I come back to and want to listen to. I'm okay, so in a week, I'll typically make, I think, maybe 30 or 40, maybe a little more, honestly, maybe a little more, but I will, like I said, finish and make them into songs if I kind of deem them worthy enough to go ahead and be finished.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So then I'll just pick out of those which ones I want to finish and which ones I'll actually make into something.
Yeah. What about you, Jared?
I guess I'm a little bit different in that regard. Most of the time when I make music, I'm definitely a lot slower in that process. Yeah. And usually whenever I make something, I tend to just use it. Right now, I'm still sitting on kind of a big stockpile of music. So, some of them I'm this one seems pretty good. This one seems pretty much it's got its own identity. It's set. It's ready. It's more or less ready to go. Just needs to be polished and all that. And then other ones I'm I like the idea of where it's going, but at the same time it's just what else can I really, it needs more, but what else can I do with it? So at least right now, it's definitely kind of the cleaning up the closet thing and just trying to figure out what I want to do going forward. I know I've been talking to Luis about this a lot, and I know I need to just put that shit out. I need to put that shit out, and probably today I can actually like really focus on it. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's dope.
That makes sense. I think you should definitely try to push yourself like you're trying to right now. That's a good idea.
Yeah, because for me it's like because I move on so quick. I'm just like I try, not that I try not to, but I just like it's weird, I guess. Like while I'm making the beat, like I'm obviously like attached to it, but right after it's like done and everything, or like even like while it's like getting made, like I don't have any attachment to it because I'm like, it got birthed. It's not mine anymore. It's out there. So it's like I'm like, yeah, like I'll release it or like I'll put it out there, or like I guess I'd rather just put it out there in like as quickly as possible, like within its, because I guess there's a continuity, obviously, if you can tell within the EPs, like that's just what sound was coming out of me that month. So it's like, I guess whether like if you like want to look at it like psychologically, I guess like how I was feeling or like what was going on around that time, or just I guess my outlook at the time, then that's what the EPs represent on a monthly basis. And so that's why, like, I mean, I even kind of consider them albums. Like, they're, if anything, like a compilation of ideas that have been unconsciously brewing in my head for, days on end. So, yeah. Because I start getting, like, irritable when I don't make music because they're like, I have so many fucking thoughts. It's not even like it's not even that I like feel the need to express. I mean, like I feel the unconscious need to express because I don't have any other way of expressing them. So I'm like, oh well, I need to channel this into something else. So,
dude, that's how I feel about basketball. Like the other day, this will probably be mentioned in a future episode or a future video of the training arc. There are moments where like I just get so antsy, like I want to play basketball, and so I think on Friday I spent all day looking. I knew the court near me was where I wanted to play, but it was raining, so I spent all day like Googling, where can I play in the city that I'm in? And there's almost no indoor courts, and any indoor courts were taken up for like the holiday season because it's basically party month in Brazil, and everyone likes to party in the part that I'm in. Like this part of Brazil, people love to party in this part of the month. In June, I mean, all of June, they take the weekend, they go like for one night or like 2 nights to another city to party. So my city kind of has parties, but not a lot that I'm staying in. And so what happened was this one court that I knew I wanted to play at, it was raining that day. And I go to the court and it was covered in water. So I told my girlfriend, okay, I'm going to come back later with like this, the wiper broom thing. Like you just like wipe water off the floor, like that thing. I basically took that and I was wiping the water clean. And as I was, actually before I went to the court, it started raining. So I had to go back inside and wait out the rain. Then I went to the court. I started wiping and then it started raining, so I went back home. And then I came back later that night and I was like, okay, I'm going to check this court one more time. Then I'm going to go to a different court in a different part of the city and hope to get game there. And I stayed at that court. I ordered an Uber, and as the Uber was about to arrive, some guy arrives, young guy, and he brought a towel and he's like, oh, I'm here to clean the court. Hopefully people come, we can play. I was like, okay, let me go get my broom again, my wiper, and I'll come back and clean with you. So I canceled my Uber, went and got it, and we wiped the floor as clean as we could, as dry as we could. And then we noticed no one was really going to come. People got too scared of the rain, so we ended up playing 1v1, and that's going to be the next training arc video. So I 1v1'd him, and at the end of the video, it started raining. So that day, the rain was just my enemy. Like something was trying to tell me not to play basketball, but I really wanted to play basketball. Like I had that feeling, like you mentioned, where I want to exert myself in some way, and basketball is the best way that I know that I can exert this energy that I'm feeling and really enjoy it and feel satisfaction from it. And if I don't feel satisfaction from how I play basketball, it means I can play better the next time, which is what happened in the 1v1 video without spoiling anything. I played really well in that video compared to the 3v3 because of the energy that, like, I knew I wanted to play better. And so it can work with anything. Like if you're trying to learn how to draw, and you draw something bad, the next time you draw, you're like, okay, I'm not going to repeat this. I'm going to learn how to fix this issue. That's kind of what happened, which was dope. So that basketball has that energy for me.
That was dope.
That's dope.
Hell yeah. What about you, Jared? Is like music a good release for you, or do you have like going to the gym as your release for the best way to? What was the word you used, Luis? Like to express yourself?
Yeah. Or is it? I mean, storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much hit it right on the nails right there. Definitely for me, the best way that I can express myself is to usually just write. Usually just to write something that usually gets the energy out. Sometimes it does kind of come in like itches, pretty much, where I'm like, okay, for this one, I'm feeling really, kind of weird about storytelling right now, so I really want to write something. Or I'm feeling kind of weird about music, so I really want to make something. Or let's say I feel like I need to create something really cool, so I'll go into like some video editing and really try to like up it there, kind of comes in different ways, but most if not, I just tend to just write, and that usually helps.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think it's good that you have creative outlets. For me, like, I don't know what it is, but seeing a basketball court in another country, I'm just like, dang, I want to play on that basketball court. Especially in Brazil, it's fun to see the basketball courts because you guys know exactly what I mean when I say this. The basketball courts typically in the States are kind of boring. They're just concrete.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's fairly boring. There's few colorful ones, and usually they're in like LA, for example. But in Brazil, there's some gray ones, of course, but like the one that I've been playing at lately for my videos, beautiful court. Love the looks. It's green and blue and red, white lines and stuff. It's just a beautiful court. I love that vibe when it comes to basketball.
Oh
got
yeah.
personality to it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
No, I feel that's how I would feel like going to skate parks like growing up. I'm like, there's just like nothing, and everything just looks too clean and manufactured. It's like, it's like no personality.
Exactly.
Yeah. So like I say, for me, I obviously have the creative outlet, but I also have the physical one, which is boxing. So like, I started boxing and I started making music at the same time, and like they just both helped. But I've always been like, I guess, somewhat creative, not somewhat, but I was always into photography. I was into making videos and stuff like that growing up, like Josh knows. I always been into like clothing. I definitely lost a lot of that motivation and vibe, I guess, just because of like, I guess I need to focus more on other things, because I feel like I lost a little bit too much. I guess I gave it too much importance when it didn't need to be that important, like dressing cool, or like being a good photographer, or being good at like skating, riding my scooter, like this and that. And so I guess now that I'm actually realizing it, I think that like I just said, I think I felt guilty for giving it so much importance. Then in my adult life, I was like, I did that already, so I don't need to do it now, because now I need to pay my dues as an adult, and like I gotta just make sure that like everything is set and that I get ahead as an adult, because that mentality of prioritizing those things that did not matter back then, I guess, costed me, like, not being a good student or like whatever. And so now I'm finding out how to have a better relationship with valuing to express myself.
Yeah.
Damn. But yeah.
Nice.
No, that's really cool that you've been able to find music and boxing and other ways too outside of that. I think it's pretty healthy to find yourself in a positive way like that and not feel like you lost yourself.
Yeah, because it definitely like felt like I lost it for like a while. But I mean, like I said, it's like not looking at it with such resent.
Yeah.
But yeah. Damn, in what other ways have you guys grown as people? Shit. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, that's cool. At least for me, if I had a basketball court in my backyard, I would like it to be freaking black with, not like black, but like dark gray.
Yeah.
Dark gray with red and white stripes. And then have obviously like a nicely shiny painted black, stand for the net.
Yeah.
And gray and red backboard.
I think I'd want like a lavender and not sky blue, but like a deeper sky blue would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
It'd be a cool vibe. What about you, Jared?
I think I would want like dark blue as the ground with maybe like some hints of green in certain places. Maybe on the backboard. Make it a very dark green on there.
That's funny. Yeah, dude, honestly, I just thought of another one. Light gray with a bright orange and white stripes.
Like Tony the Tiger or Chester the Cheetah.
So like the primary color is like, light gray.
Yeah.
Orange.
Hell yeah.
And with that, if we don't have anything else to, say, do you guys have any more interesting things?
No. I'm
Rude.
Just get ready for the good shit that's coming.
Yeah, I guess we're coming. So, we are. No, we are. Well, they are. You know what? These guys are doing great with the stuff they're doing. And you guys and everybody should look forward to it.
Hell yeah, the quality's leveling up.
Hell yeah. We are coming.
But yeah, so these guys have been cooking. You look forward to what they got going on. And obviously, I'm cooking too, but I have more motivation talking about them because they're doing good. So Yosh's training arc video coming up. Motherfucking J Rude's just look out for the D&Ds because that series is gonna be dope for the podcast. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Look out for the EP. Don't know what the name is, but look out for the EP. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I am your host, Louis V, MidFall 99, all that stuff. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys on episode 15. See you guys.
Burger King number 15 foot lettuce.
And recording ending now.